Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and welcome to the Finance 360-degree session in which we cover the relevant and important finance current affairs and the RBI notifications which are important from your exam point of view. And in today's session, we have the revision session for the March 2024 part 2, and this is very important for your practice because many a times I get the call that we have read everything but we do not remember the current affairs, the finance current affairs or the other current affairs. So the solution for that problem is revision, and how can you revise through the MCQs, and you have to practice the MCQs so that in the examination you get accustomed to the idea that how the MCQs can come in the examination, and the MCQs, they are coming lengthy, so you have to practice a lot to get more and more accustomed with the MCQs. So these revision sessions are brought to you after every 5 sessions. We try to bring the revision session so that you get accustomed with the idea of the MCQs, and you practice a lot. So good morning everyone, good to see all of you. Good morning Saurish, good morning Nidhi, good morning Pramod, Nitya, Shalini, Pratul, Aman, Vikrant, Mrunal, good morning Ayush, good morning to everyone. Hello Deepak. So let's start with the revision session of the March 2024. This is part 2. So do subscribe to the YouTube channel to continue getting the relevant videos from your exam perspective, as well as join the Telegram channel where you get the PDF of the sessions. So you will get the PDF of the session in the Telegram channel. So now starting with the first question, I hope you will be easily able to answer this question. The Udgam is a very important portal of the Reserve Bank of India. So you have to tell that which of the following statement is or are incorrect regarding the Udgam. So try to answer this question. So here I am getting the answer. Sorry, she's saying D. Anyone else that knows the answer of this question? Is it D? Deepak is saying A. Anyone else? So the answer here is D only, that is 1 and 3. So see, you have to find the incorrect statements. You have to find the incorrect statements regarding the Udgam portal. So as on March 4th, 2024, there are 30 banks. There are 30 banks which are part of the Udgam portal, and they cover around 90% of the unclaimed deposits in Depositor Education and Awareness Fund of RBI. So in the DEA Fund, that is the Depositor and Education Fund of RBI, there is 30 banks that have been enrolled in the Udgam portal, which are a part of the Udgam portal, and they cover around 90% of the unclaimed deposits in the value terms in the DEA Fund of RBI. Now the Reserve Bank Information Technology and Private Limited, as well as the Indian Financial Technology and Allied Services, that is the RBIT and the IFTAs, they are the wholly owned subsidiaries of the Reserve Bank of India, as well as the participating banks. They have collaborated on the developing the portal. So this is correct. The first statement was wrong, but the second statement is correct. The unclaimed deposits can be claimed from the Udgam portal. So no, the unclaimed deposits cannot be claimed through the Udgam portal. Udgam portal is only the unclaimed deposits gateway to access the information. Here it is clearly written, access the information. You can access the information through the Udgam portal, but you cannot claim the deposits through the Udgam portal. You can claim the deposits only through the respective banks. So that is the idea. So first and third statements are incorrect, and that's why the D is the right answer here. Yes, very good everyone. Good to see that you remember the Udgam portal and you remember the information regarding the Udgam portal. So which has collaborated in the development of the Udgam portal, how many banks have been enrolled in the Udgam portal, as well as what percentage of the DA fund these banks unclaimed deposits have, as well as what is this UDRN number. So all of this is important. I hope you have seen this video and you have got the clarity. Now the next question is regarding the amalgamation that has happened. So here the question is regarding the small finance banks, as they were quite in news recently. So there is the amalgamation that has happened of the Fincare Small Finance Bank with the AU Small Finance Bank, and now the AU Small Finance Bank is the one name that will be revolving around. So Fincare Small Finance Bank has amalgamated itself in the AU Small Finance Bank. The AU Small Finance Bank is the transferee bank, that is the final bank we can say that has amalgamated this Fincare Small Finance Bank. Now you have to tell me that which of the following statements are correct regarding the small finance bank. Okay, so that you have to tell. So the first statement, kindly see the first statement. Okay, I am getting the answer D or B. Some are saying D, some are saying B. So let's see. Okay, the minimum paid up capital, equity capital requirement for the small finance banks was raised from 100 crores to 200 crores. Yes, in 2019 there was a notification that was released by the RBI increasing the paid up equity capital requirement for the small finance banks. So the requirement was raised from 100 crores to 200 crores. The post amalgamation, after the amalgamation, all the branches of the Fincare Small Finance Bank Limited will operate as the branches of the EU Small Finance Bank Limited, as this is the transferee bank, as this is the final bank. The promoters, yes, very good. The promoters' minimum initial contribution to the paid up equity capital of a small finance bank must be at least 40%. That is, the promoter is the one that is opening a small finance bank. Okay, promoter is the main owner of the small finance bank when the small finance bank is just starting. So the promoter's minimum initial contribution to the paid up equity capital of the small finance bank must be at least 40%. Okay, so that is the idea, that it is not 10%, it should be 40%. Existing non-banking finance companies and the microfinance institutions, MFIs, they owned and controlled by the residents, they can be converted into small finance bank. Okay, so the third and the fourth statements are incorrect. Only the first and second statements are correct, and that's why D is the right answer here. I hope you have understood. We have discussed about the amalgamation of the AU Small Finance Bank and the Fincare Small Finance Bank, as well as the amalgamation. With the amalgamation, what has happened, that the branches of the Fincare Small Finance Bank will work as the branches of the AU Small Finance Bank. The transferee bank is the definition we have discussed, that the transferee bank is the one where all the transfer of the assets are coming or the responsibilities are coming. Okay, so the transferee bank means a bank or other financial institution to which the bank seeks to transfer, to which this Fincare Small Finance Bank. So the AU Small Finance Bank is getting the rights, the benefits and obligations. AU Small Finance Bank is the transferee bank that is getting the rights, the obligations and the benefits, okay, from the Fincare Small Finance Bank. We have also discussed everything about the Small Finance Bank, the important points regarding the Small Finance Bank. So you can see promoters' minimum initial contribution should be 40%. Okay. So remember these important guidelines regarding the Small Finance Bank, as well as remember that in our country there were 12 Small Finance Bank, and with this amalgamation, what has happened, that now there are only 11 Small Finance Bank that are left in the country. By the year 2024, there are only 11 small finance bank. Now coming to the next question, that is an easy question. The Reserve Bank of India has an exercise of its powers under section 45L1B of the Reserve Bank of India Act of 1934 has directed which of the following companies to seize and to desist with immediate effect from sanctioning or disbursing the gold loans or assigning or securitizing or selling any of its gold loans. So which of the following is the right answer, that you have to tell me. Okay, so very easy question. I am getting the answer here. Yes, it is IIFL Finance Limited that has been ordered by the Reserve Bank of India. The RBI has given the directions in regards to the seize or desist from disbursing the gold loans. Okay. So this is the IIFL Finance Limited. So we have discussed the complete news article about the IIFL Finance Limited as well as AU Small Finance Bank. Now the next question is regarding the Committee of Advisors and the Administrator in regards to the Abhyudaya Cooperative Bank Limited. So you have to tell that which of the following is the administrator, as well as how many members committee there was for the Committee of Advisors. Okay, how many members there are for the Committee of Advisors. So who is the administrator for the Abhyudaya Cooperative Bank? So it is, yes, it is Shri Satya Prakash Pathak, who is the administrator to manage the Abhyudaya Cooperative Bank that has been appointed by the Reserve Bank of India, as well as the committee of advisors, there are 3 members in the committee of advisors. So simply what happened that the Abhyuday Cooperative Bank, there were some regulatory and the supervision fallouts that were happening in this Abhyuday Cooperative Bank. That's why the board of directors were superseded by the Reserve Bank of India, and Reserve Bank of India appointed an administrator, that was the Sri Satya Prakash Pathak, to run this Abhyuday Cooperative Bank for the period of 12 months, as well as with the administrator there was a committee of advisors that were hired. So there were 3 members in the committee of advisors. Now what has happened that the members of the committee of advisors, so there is one member that has been changed, that has been replaced by Sri Devendra Kumar. Okay, so you can see that this is the whole background regarding the Abhyuday Cooperative Bank. So for the period of 12 months, RBI superseded the board of directors of Abhyuday Small Finance Cooperative Banks, Abhyuday Cooperative Banks. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Now coming to the next question. So try to answer this question. Consider the following statements regarding the recently amended provisions for credit and debit card issuance and conduct as per the Reserve Bank of India directions. You have to identify the incorrect statement. Okay, kindly try to identify the incorrect statement here. So here you can see that the card issuers are allowed to issue business credit cards, so that is correct, for business expenses, and must monitor the end use of the funds. So it has been said that now the credit card issuers have to monitor the end use of the funds, so this is correct. The banks are permitted to issue the debit cards that are linked to cash, credit or loan accounts without restriction. So is it correct that without restrictions the banks are permitted to issue the debit card linked to the cash, credit or the loan accounts? So this is not correct. This is incorrect. Okay. A penalty of 500 per calendar day of delay is imposed on card issuers if they fail to close the credit card account within 7 working days upon the request of the card holder. So this is also correct. The first and third statements are correct and the second statement is incorrect, and you had to find the incorrect statement. So E is the right answer here. Okay. So all regarding the update, we had discussed that there is the update that has come in the master direction. There are the amendments that have come in the master direction regarding the credit card and debit card issuance and conduct directions. So here you can see that there was the update, and we have discussed all about the update and the amendment that has come in the master direction. Now the next question is regarding the DEA fund. So try to read the question and try to answer this question. Okay. So here, yes, the no bank shall issue the debit cards to cash, credit or loan accounts. It was only allowed for the Kisan credit card. On these accounts, debit card was allowed, and the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana accounts, if there was the overdraft facility, on this the debit card was allowed. So only for these the debit card was allowed. Only for these cash, credit or loan accounts the debit card was allowed. Otherwise, no bank shall issue the debit cards to cash facility. Now coming to this question, the banks are required to transfer the credit balance in the accounts that have been mentioned above in the DA fund to the DA fund on the last working day of the month subsequent to the month of completing 10 years. So this is correct, that after completing 10 years on the subsequent month, the transfer of the inoperative accounts or the unclaimed deposits has to be sent to the DEA fund. So this is correct. There is no specific time limit prescribed in the scheme for claiming a refund from the DEA fund. So this is also correct, that there is no time limit that has been described. Okay. If the deposits of a customer or depositor were covered by DICGC insurance, they can claim an amount. The liquidator can directly claim an amount equivalent to 5 lakh rupees, because here we are talking about the DICGC insurance. So the claim to the DEA fund should be of 5 lakh rupees. Okay. Next is the scheme has come into effect from May 24th, 2014. So this is also correct. So only the incorrect statement is the C statement. So yes, the incorrect statement here is C. Very good, everyone. Everyone has given the right answer here. Good to see. So this is the whole news article, that these are the accounts. These are the accounts where the unclaimed deposits are. Okay, so in the savings bank deposit, the unclaimed deposit can be through the savings bank deposit and such. So any of the deposits that are kept in these accounts that are inoperative for 10 years, they can become the unclaimed deposits. So we have discussed all about the unclaimed deposits, and we have discussed that the DICGC from the DEA fund, the liquidator can claim directly rupees 5 lakh as per the DICGC insurance claim. Okay. Now the next question is regarding the which of the following deposits is insured by the DICGC, that you have to tell me that which of the following deposits is actually insured by the DICGC. Try to answer this question. So we have discussed that the deposits in the savings account, in the fixed deposit accounts, and in such accounts the deposits are insured by the DICGC. But there are some of the accounts, there are some of the deposits that are not insured by the DICGC. So which are those deposits which are not insured by the DICGC? So deposits on foreign governments are not insured by the DICGC. Deposits of central or state governments is not insured by the DICGC. The interbank deposits are also not insured by the DICGC, as well as the deposits of the state land development banks. So the deposits that the state land development banks are doing with the state cooperative banks, that is also not insured by the DICGC. So if the state land development banks are depositing their money with the state cooperative banks, so this is also not insured by the DICGC. The savings bank deposit accounts are insured by the DICGC even if they are of the non-individuals, even if they are of the some entities, or let's say some company. Even if the deposits in the savings bank deposit, even if the deposit is of the entities or if the or of the companies, still it is insured by the DICGC. Okay, so there is the clear distinction that has been provided by the DICGC, that what does DICGC insure? So all the deposits in the savings, fixed, recurring accounts and such deposits accounts which are except the following types of deposits. So these are the deposits that are not insured by the DICGC. Okay, so which banks are insured by the DICGC? Here you can see that nearly all the banks are insured by the DICGC, but the primary cooperative societies are not insured by the DICGC. And which deposits are not insured by the DICGC? So these are the deposits not insured by the DICGC. So remember that the state cooperative bank is insured by the DICGC, but the state land development banks deposits, the deposits that the state land development bank is doing with the state cooperative banks, only those deposits are not insured by the DICGC. Okay, so this is it. Now this is a homework question. I hope you will be easily able to answer this question. Okay, if you are able to answer this question, that means you have understood the majority of the idea about the DICGC and you have some of the clarity about the DICGC. So this is the homework question. Now there is a big announcement from EduTap that we have brought for you the comprehensive guidebook for RBI, NABARD and SEBI, so that through a single guidebook you are able to get the answers of many of your queries. Okay, so if you want to know about the examination, if you want to know about the syllabus of the examination, the pattern of the examination, if you want to get the previous year questions, that is all available with this guidebook. That is a very comprehensive and in-depth guidebook regarding the examination. Okay, and this is absolutely free of cost to save your time, to save your efforts, and you can easily download this guidebook. The link of this guidebook is provided in the description box below. For the registration, the link is provided in the description box below. Okay, so do download the guidebook if you want to have the clarity about the examination. So this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the session, and this was the revision session. Now there is the idea that is going on, that I am thinking of bringing on 5th of April at 8 p.m. I am thinking of bringing a session, a revision session for January, complete January 2024. So it might happen that I will take January and February together if it is required, or I will take January and February separately. Okay, but should we have a revision session for the whole of the month of the January 2024? So do tell me in the comment section that do you require such a session it is going to take a lot of efforts because all the news articles have to be covered. But I'm thinking of bringing a revision session on 5th April at 8 p.m. for the January 2024. It might be January plus February or January only, depending on the questions and the news articles that are there. Okay, but this is the initiative that I'm thinking of bringing for the RBI notifications. The schemes and the reports, they are going on, but for the RBI notification also we are thinking to bring this. Okay, but it depends on your response also. Do you want this, or we have already done many of the revision sessions, so you think that it is not required? So do tell me in the comment section that do you want this. So it is on 5th April 8 p.m. revision session for January 2024, for complete January 2024. Okay, so this is it. Do tell me in the comment section. Do tell me the homework answer also in the comment section. Okay, and if this happens, let's meet on the 5th April also for the revision session. So do tell me in the comment section, because if I see the comments, many of the comments, and the team sees it, then we will start working on it, because it will require a lot of time also. So thank you very much everyone. I hope you enjoyed today's session. So thank you very much. Do tell me in the comment section, because this live chat, it doesn't stay there. Okay, so do tell me in the